Hello, hello.
Hello there, Pradam Oswal. This is ARIA, an AI interviewer with Total Logistics. Really appreciate you making time for this conversation. I want to understand your experience a bit and see how it fits with this role. This is meant to be a conversation, not an interrogation, so be yourself. Please ask whatever comes to mind as we talk. Ready when you are?
Yes, Arya, that sounds nice. Yeah, we can start.
Just to make sure. You're interested in the senior full stack engineer Python role at Total Logistics, and you're in India.
Yep,
All
100.
correct?
Yep, 100% correct.
How has the monsoon weather been treating you lately?
Yeah, the monsoon is very good here in Bangalore. Like we have a very good rainy season here. Like it's been raining continuously since past few weeks. So it's a nice and cozy weather.
That sounds lovely. There's nothing quite like cozy rainy weather.
Yeah,
Are you having a good start to your Monday?
yeah. Monday is very good. Again, it's raining and the weather is nice. So yeah, so I'm just having my usual chai and pakoda kind of and snacks and all. Yeah, so it's been good.
That sounds like the perfect way to kick off the week. Chai and snacks make everything better. So, before we dive in, walk me through your background and what got you interested in this opportunity.
Yep. So Arya, so I am currently I am working as a senior software engineer in a product-based company. So which usually ships SaaS products to the clients. So where I have worked, I work in core like I work in the core team of my current company. So where I develop Python-based Flask applications for the clients and all. So which has the entire backend and front end and all stacks. Like and even I need to even manage this DevOps part as well. So yeah, so this is a short intro about me.
Got it. Thanks for sharing that background. Since you're working across the full stack and managing DevOps too, how many years of experience do you have in total working with Python?
Yeah, so with Python, I have 4+ years of total experience.
Nice. Could you describe the most complex Python based backend system you've worked on and what made it so challenging?
Yeah, so I worked on a ML based application. So means ML based application in the sense like we had a document processing engine which had lot of deep learning libraries and other AI other AI frameworks. So which it was a very heavy library. So my main role was so I was the main per- I was the person who architected the entire backend system for that particular pipeline end to end my own. And yeah, so that backend was pretty much, so it was pretty much heavy in terms of latency. A lot of heavy frameworks, a lot of heavy libraries used there, and there were a lot of distributed system architecture kind of where we need to have a certain mechanisms, webhooks, and other third-party integrations, and lot of other ingestion and logging services, and also yeah.
That sounds like a massive undertaking, especially architecting that end to end. What was the scale of that system in terms of things like data volume, requests, or the number of concurrent users it had to handle?
So daily we used to get around some 30 to 50K PDF request, means a request is a PDF there. So and PDF is like an per PDF is like from ranges from 10 to 50 MB, and the maximum peak which I have seen is in a minute 100 concurrency of such a large and heavy means heavy product which has a very high latency, and also it was it was a very challenging part for me to handle scaling and everything there. Yeah.
Handling that kind of concurrency with large files is definitely a challenge. How did you approach scaling the system to handle those peak loads without running into latency or memory bottlenecks?
Yeah, so I had a very solid and concrete plan. Like I had all the load tests, stress tests done prior to deploying it, handing over to a proper DevOps person to deploy it. But yeah, so I did my own share of research, my own share how we can scale, like what is the peak load which we are going to get in future, and accordingly asked DevOps to means configure the services much high at a much higher this one capacity than the higher capacity than what was needed. So yeah, accordingly, I've done my own research, gave the proper numbers, calculated all the max peak which we can get. So that part, yeah, pretty much I cracked it, and then I was able to handle whatever was coming through.
Got it. It sounds like you did a lot of thorough prep work there. You mentioned earlier that you've worked across the entire stack.
Yep.
Was your work on this and other projects primarily backend, or have you also handled a significant amount of front end and full stack work?
Oh yeah, I had a backend heavy role, but it doesn't mean that I haven't worked on front end. I have worked a fair amount of share on front end. I worked on an admin tool like which used to gather all the stats, all of the daily statistics of the current product and all, which would help the support team and customer success team and sales team to derive insights from it. Where I had designed the UI screens, multiple UI screens, and like not so high but a moderate design heavy kind of a screen as well. So yeah, and I have done it using React, so I am pretty good with React, and the JavaScript I also am familiar with that part as well. So yeah, so I'm pretty much comfortable with front end as well. Yeah. Hello. Yeah, next question please.
Nice. It's great that you have that React experience under your belt too. Which Python frameworks have you worked with, and which one would you say you're the strongest in?
So I have worked with two frameworks mostly. So one is the Flask one, and the other one is the Fast API one. So I'm good with Flask one was my like I so I used to work in Flask for my most of my experience is in Flask, but recently I have switched to Fast API as well due to limitations of Flask and all. So primarily I am a Flask, but even Fast API like framework is just a tool to means tool to orchestrate or orchestrate the backend now. But yeah, I'm pretty good with both of this.
Makes complete sense. Frameworks are indeed just tools for the job. Roughly how much of your time over the last 2 years has been hands on coding versus design, architecture, and code reviews?
Yeah, so like in past 2 years, like I have been, it's been kind of a 50-50. 50% I have been, 50% of my time has been coding and hands-on coding, and 50% of time I've been reviewing the code and architecting the softwares and all. Because recently I've made 2 years back I was even promoted for that part as well, as I was given much higher responsibilities and much and a wider team to even manage as well. Yeah.
Congratulations on that promotion and taking on those higher
Yeah.
responsibilities. On the database and cloud side of things, what does your experience look like?
Uh,
For instance, have you worked with both SQL and NoSQL, and which cloud platform have you used the most?
Yeah, so I have been pretty much working with the coming from the database part. I have been a mostly I my experience has been weighted towards SQL. So for SQL, I have been mostly using PostgreSQL, so which I have a very good depth and very good understanding of those. Like I have been working with designing the schemas till and going and optimizing the queries as well when the queries are very slow, when the means when the load is very high and the queries are very heavy. So I have done a fair amount of work there for planning and again planning and then optimizing the queries consistently over the time, and also have been using Redis as well to Redis. I have a good amount of experience with Redis as well, and then which doesn't mean I don't know NoSQL. I have been working, but I have a you can say like out of five, I have two or three kind of experience with MongoDB. Like so I had a document processing so I had a document processing use case once. So there I have used MongoDB for good amount of that particular time. So I have even understanding of that as well.
Got it. So a strong foundation in Postgres and Redis with some solid MongoDB experience too.
Yep.
Which cloud platform have you used the most in your projects?
So I have used AWS and GCP a lot. But I'm very comfortable with AWS. Like I have been using AWS like a lot. Yeah.
Interesting. AWS is definitely a popular choice. Have you worked with third-party APIs or integrations? And have you built anything involving message queues or background processing?
Yeah, actually, you have pointed like my day-to-day job actually. So I have a lot. I had a lot of like I have a lot of features or tasks where I need to integrate with third-party APIs, which had its own kind of authentications, their own request models, response models. So I have worked like a lot with those as day-to-day to make sure that we are communicating properly, handling the error messages properly, and as third-party integrations are like not like they are not our part, like they are their part. So even to make sure that our systems are compliant and always they are up, like they are not down due to those, but due to them. And yeah, so I have worked with even celery, like as when you mentioned message queues and also I have worked with celeries and celery and Kafka as well. Yeah.
That's a really crucial point about making sure third-party downtime doesn't bring your own system down. Could you tell me about a project that you owned end to end from the initial design phase all the way through to production? What
Yeah.
was your role?
Yeah, so the thing which I mentioned earlier, right? So I had a document processing project. So that was the main project, like that was one of my main projects which I handled entirely end to end. So the entire engineering was handled by me. So yeah, so that was the project which I handled entirely. Yeah.
Got it. And were you on call or responsible for maintaining and troubleshooting that system after it was released to production?
Yeah, that was that was a normal workflow in our team, like where each of the developers should be on call for a week in a quarter or so. So yeah, so I even have experience of on call as well.
Makes sense. Being on call definitely gives you a deep appreciation for building reliable systems. You mentioned earlier that you've had a team to manage. Have you led or mentored other engineers, and how large was that team?
Yeah, so I when I was promoted to senior, so there were three to four engineers who were under, like who were asked by my manager to guide and all. So yeah, so I was reviewing their code, helping them with the systems in our team, and even guiding them personally as well how they can grow in their development career. So yeah.
That's wonderful. Mentoring is such a rewarding part of a senior role. What is prompting you to look for a change right now? And what are you looking for in your next opportunity?
So there is nothing like so the reason which I am changing is because my growth has been like stagnated in the current company, because the systems which I have built are reliable, and they have scaled 3 to 4 times. Like still I am here, and they have scaled to such a high this one scaling. So I feel like I'm someone who can't contribute much more. I means I do not have much opportunities to grow personally. And when I came across this opportunity at Total Logistics, I felt like I felt like I am connecting with the role JD and the the mission, the vision which the company has. So that's why I'm looking for a change as of now.
That makes a lot of sense. Wanting to keep pushing yourself and finding new challenges is a great motivator. Are you based in Bangalore and open to a hybrid schedule of 3 days a week in the office?
Yeah, 100%. Like I live in Bangalore, so yeah, hybrid model doesn't bother me like that.
Perfect. And what is your notice period? And is this a full time only move for you?
Yeah, so my notice period is 2 months, and yeah, it's a full time. Like I want to join as a full time.
Got it. 2 months' notice and looking for a full time role. What are your current and expected compensation expectations?
Mm. Yeah, please next question.
Just to make sure we're aligned on the financial side, could you share your current and expected compensation?
Yeah, so current is 8 lakhs and expected is 10 lakhs.
Got it. Thanks for sharing that. I really appreciate your time today, Pratham. Before we wrap things up, do you have any questions for me about the role or total logistics?
No, I think all sounds good to me now. I am just excited to be the part of the team if I get selected.
That's great to hear. Our team will review everything and get back to you within 2 to 3 business days. Thanks again for your time, Pradam, and have a wonderful rest of your day. It was a
Yeah,
pleasure speaking with you. Take care.
yeah. Likewise.